Hi, welcome along to Stampy's random reviews and tutorials. In this short video I'm going to show you how to change the filters on this Dyson DC07 vacuum cleaner, and we're going to get started right now. So the first filter is actually in the side of this vacuum cleaner here. There's actually a little lever here, you can see there, you just push back and this whole plastic section comes off. So if I press the lever, you might find it's quite difficult to get that off. I actually put my hand underneath here, you can actually push this off from the underneath. You can see how it lifts off a little bit easier doing it like that. And with that out of the way, you can see we can now remove this filter. As previously said, there are two filters for this vacuum cleaner and they are both listed in the description of this video if you were looking to replace them. So with this filter, to remove this, basically you put your finger in this filter and you try and pull this out and you'd wonder why it wouldn't come out, but it's actually just a really thin piece of plastic. Don't put your finger in too far. There's actually a little notched out section there, and even kind of with your fingernail under there you can just get this filter out of here. You can see you don't need it all the way in, otherwise your finger ends up in here and you're trying to pull against the plastic. So these filters can be taken out and washed, or they can be replaced using the link in the description below this video as well. This one's not too bad, I'll probably just give this a wash out, but for now, for the purpose of the video, I'm just going to show you how to put this back in. So you have to imagine that's been washed off under the tap and dried for at least 24 hours. Simply a case of popping that back in here. See how it just sits back in there, and this just drops back in here exactly the same. You make sure that this plastic here actually pushes underneath this clip like that, you see. Then you want to push this back over the top, just a little bit fiddly to do. You can see there, just took a little bit of fiddling about. You must make sure that's back over the top so all this is in nice and securely. And just remember the tip about putting your hand underneath the side of here as well, and just pushing this piece of plastic up from underneath. The next thing we're going to need to do is actually remove this bin, because the second filter, which is a HEPA filter, is actually situated underneath this bin. So we just need to take this bin off here. So to remove this whole section, there's actually a little button on the top here. This one, not this one below, this one actually drops the bin down at the bottom. I'll show you what I mean in a minute. If you press that, this whole thing moves off and out of the way. If you're new to this actual vacuum, if you pull this one up here, it just releases the bin at the bottom, which is something we don't want to do just at the moment. Now this next section is a little bit more difficult to do. You actually have to push this across here. You can just see here there's like a little catch here. I normally just push that backwards. See how it moves backwards with my fingernail slightly? Push that backwards and we'll lift this whole section up. I'll show you how to do that right now, but I just wanted to get in close there and show you exactly what I'm talking about. So I'm just going to push a flat-headed screwdriver in here. Push that back. It's a little bit awkward to do this on, these are very early model really. That just pushes back like that. You see this whole thing just lifts off, and then inside here there's another filter, and as you can see this one's completely filthy and worn out, so that's going to need replacing. So I will treat myself to a new one of those. I'm not even going to bother cleaning that off, and obviously to refit when you get a new filter you just pop this back on. As I've said, it kind of hinges from the front here. This is quite a flexible piece of plastic, so I'll put that back on. You should hear it click, like that. You can be sure that that's on in the right areas. And the next thing you need to do is just replace this whole bin. This just pushes on from the bottom. You just push this into place, you should hear it click. And one final thing I would clean, inside this cyclone here there's all these tiny little holes. If these get blocked up, you don't get the full efficiency of these vacuum cleaners. This is what causes the problem with people thinking they don't have the power they used to get out of these Dyson. So clean the filters or replace the filters using the link down there in the description, and clean all these little holes out. You can use an air compressor, a can of compressed air, which I'll also link to, and if you've got an air compressor of course that's ideal as well. But you only really need a stiff brush just to blow all this out. And to release this bin here, you just press this catch here and basically pull the bin off. It's straightforward as that. So thanks for watching Stampy's random reviews and tutorials. Please subscribe, give me a like and leave me a comment in the comments section. I'd really appreciate that, and I hope to see you again next time.